You could also have asked, does pharma need to get there? We don't necessarily need to get there. I do believe that the future are for customer-centric companies. 5-10 years from now, pure customer demand will favor companies who understand customer centricity. But right now, product centricity is a perfectly well-working model. The key point of both the Coloplast and the CNA marketing examples were basically that the information is out there. You need to go and look for this information, and you need to collect them, and you need to be willing to act according to these information as you find them out there. To the question of how pharma gets there. Pharma will get there by accepting that if you organize your divisions and teams around your product, you'll be product-centric. So if you want to be customer-centric, you get only one guest to say, where do you need to organize your teams and divisions around? You need to change your performance metrics. It's a well-proven fact that you get what you measure. So start measuring on something else, and you'll get different results. It's about providing health outcomes, not products. That's the key of the whole thing. Understand your customers. And when I say understand your customers, I don't mean just the old-fashioned pharma standard model for doing targeting and segmentation, where we take quantifiable data and we aggregate that into some truth, and then we segment everything based off that. That will not work here. You need to look at the customer in a much more individual form, and you don't need a tool. You need someone who understands their customers to sit down and look at these customers, find valuable customers among these customers, and then find other customers that look like them. So it's out of the normal scope of things that we do. It's not about an engine or a data warehouse and lots of queries and predictive analytics and so on. It's about back to the basics. Look at the customers who provide value, find someone that looks like them. Joe Pine showed in his book, Mass Customization, a graph where he showed time. It would have been so much cooler if I had put that in the slide deck, wouldn't it? But now you have to imagine it because I couldn't find it. Over time, the segments that we target, the target groups for our customers become smaller and smaller. As we get more data, we are able to target our customers more precisely, and thereby we have smaller and smaller target groups. You with me so far? This cross ends in the middle when we are able to actually target a customer in a one-to-one. Bliss. But he goes on and says, no, the future lies with the company who can continue this X on the other side and acknowledge the fact that a customer is several target groups. And he gives this example. When you interact with your travel agency during normal business hours, the travel agency's webpage knows that you most probably are looking for a business travel. It will prefer or it will limit the amounts of hotel to stuff that has to do with businesses and so on. Business travel, business hotels and so on. When you visit the same travel agency in the evening, it will expect you to be going on a family trip. Now it's showing you family hotels. That is really, really smart. One thing that you need to add on to this example to be really, really smart is if the user shows you that that's not what they want to, stop and ask. Don't just keep on hammering family hotels at them because they're booking a business trip in the evening, but stop and ask, did you want to do something else? Then you have the true customer centricity. You're looking at the customer from the situation with the knowledge you have, and when that doesn't suffice to give him a good experience, him or her, then you ask the question. Together with Blue Latitude, we developed a strategy to approach the way we build strategies, to make sure that we look at the customer needs, but in the scope of the overall needs that the customers have. Blue Latitude helped us understand that the customers don't have a buying process, they have a learning journey. And in realizing that, we came so much closer to understanding how we can provide true value to the valuable customers. So I'm not saying I keep on stressing this fact about to the valuable customers. That's because it's a business. But it doesn't mean that we don't direct attention to the less valuable customers. It just means that we direct another kind of attention to the less valuable customers. The prime services that we can have, we reserve for the customers who bring us the most revenue. So, having said that, are you willing to get fired for customer centricity? Are you willing to go home and tell your boss he's wrong? Update your LinkedIn profile before you do it. Hint. Are you willing to break the doors internally and ensure that your organization is ready to act in a customer-centric way? Are you willing to stop delivering branded messages when your customers repeatedly tell you that they don't want them? Are you willing to tell the customer not to prescribe your product because it's not the best option for him? That you can have that kind of dialogue with your customer saying, this is not the best option for you, and you still are then that will make you his preferred partner. So all in all, for the benefit of the customer and your company and revenue, are you willing to get fired for customer centricity? That's a decision you need to make before you go home and call for this change. And to wrap it all up, I will have a lot of question time, I can see. That's good. To wrap it all up, understand the customer's needs, but not in a quantifiable way. That's not what I meant with this one. Align with everyone within the organization, and then obsess about meeting those needs repeatedly, even if it doesn't align with your brand plan. And now back, I have a question for you. Was my dad right?